Welcome to the fifth and final lesson for our data management unit. This is lesson 5, interpreting data, choosing graphs, and communicating results. If you're here, that means that you've collected your data. You've gone out and given your survey to enough people and you're satisfied with the number of respondents that you have, and you're now ready to create some graphs and communicate the results. So many of you use Google Forms, some of you use SurveyMonkey. If you use Google Forms, it might be a nice smooth transition to Google Spreadsheets. If you use SurveyMonkey, you have to do the you use Microsoft Excel for your spreadsheet. The reason for that is that SurveyMonkey won't let us export any of the charts unless we upgrade to a premium membership, which we're not prepared to do. So we have Excel on the class or the school computers, so it'd be a good program to use in this case. So I'll just there's a Microsoft Excel tutorial also on the website and on Edmodo, but I'll just show quickly how to do this in Google Docs. It's basically the same no matter what kind of spreadsheet you use. Let's just use that question about the cats. How many pets do you have in your home? Could be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 or more. And it's a completely hypothetical survey that I conducted. Maybe 3 people said they had none, 5 people said they had 1 pet, 10 people said they had 2, 32 people said they had 3, and 5 people said they had 4 or more. So basically in any spreadsheet you're able to just select all the text. And notice here that I used words instead of numbers to describe categories. Your spreadsheet might get confused if you use numbers here. So if you're referring to a category, try to write it in words. Just select Insert and then Chart, and it really just does it for you. You can skip ahead to Charts in Google Docs. I'm just going to move this box over here. I'm going to use, you can see that there's a few different options. Some of them make sense and some of them don't, but I'll choose a pie and maybe that one there. Once I'm satisfied with the type of chart I want to use, I think this one represents the data pretty well. I can go to Customize, and what I'll do for the chart title is write in my survey question. So how many pets do you have in your home? And there's other ways I can customize this chart. I can change the position of the legend. I can change the font. I can change the background color. I won't play too much with the different features here, but I just need to make this window a little larger so I can see the rest of the options. I've got things coming up here. And insert the chart. So once I've inserted the chart, I can, the drop-down menu, I can also edit the chart. But what I want to do is copy it because I'm going to use it in the next thing that needs to be done, and that is the summary of results. So if I go back to my the presentation, which is somewhere here, I've got too many windows open. This thing keeps getting in the way. And press play. You're going to need a chart like that for every question in your survey. Your chart should have labels or titles in labels. Now the assessment here, so level 1 would be the chart type does not match the data. The charts are unclear, data is difficult to understand. Level 4, charts selected represent the data very well, and the charts are clear and easy to interpret. They're labeled, of course. Questions to consider: have I chosen a chart that represents my data well? When I show my charts to my peers, are they easy to understand? So you really want to take one look at them and understand them. The last thing you do, so the big part of this assignment, your final product is going to be your summary of results. Your summary should include the following: your theme, your objective, including population, your sample strategy. So really nothing new there. This is stuff that we've been talking about since the very beginning of these lessons. For 2 survey questions, so you don't need to do it for every single question, just for 2 of them, you'll need to include the chart and include a paragraph describing the data. What trends do you see? What results do you find most interesting? The summary of results should be printed and turned in. The summary should be added to the math page of your website. Your survey should already be there. So what does that look like? So there is a sample on Edmodo already. If I was going to create a document, and call it summary of results, and paste in my chart. I'm not going to go through the entire process because I already have this open somewhere. If I could only just find it quickly. I think it's this one here actually. There we go. So summary of results. I have my name, I have my theme, I have my objective, I have my sample strategy, I've inserted my chart, and then I reflect on it. And there's a, I'm not going to go through this every single word because this stuff is on the website and it is on Edmodo. So I'll let you do that. But the big idea here is you have all this information included and you have some conclusions made. So this, I'll read one. For this question, I was surprised by the results. So this was, where did you learn to use the internet? So this is the survey I had you complete, and you notice that I didn't actually reach 30 respondents because I made these videos before I actually had enough students to responding to my survey. I think there's only 14 here, but it says for this question I was surprised by the results. I was expecting to see more students respond to second option that a teacher taught me, but no one did. Most of the students claim they taught themselves how to use the internet, which is interesting but not impossible. But half the students claim they learned from someone else, with parents taking a slight edge over siblings and friends. I'm reminded of this TED Talk. So it's a TED Talk about, I'll click on the link really fast. It's a TED Talk about how they just gave kids access to the internet in India, just stuck a computer through a window and just gave kids, didn't teach them anything, and they were able to teach themselves incredible things in just a short period of time. And this experiment has been conducted now all over the world, and they're getting incredible results. So if you want to watch that video on your own time, it's a neat little project that they undertook. So the summary of results is the last thing that you need to do as part of this assignment, and the assessment for that. So there's two parts of assessment here. So the summary of results is difficult to understand, would be a level 1, and limited detail in paragraphs describing the charts. Level 4, summary results are easy to understand, excellent detail in paragraphs describing the chart. Results published on your website, and includes a reflection. That is all. Of course, if there's any questions at any stage, please ask. Thank you very much for completing this assignment.